Other people might find this book funnier than some people, and that's totally okay. For example, I showed Are You Gonna Eat That to our children, who are 13 and 11, almost 12 and 14. And it's the essential collection of They Can Talk comics by Jimmy Craig. And I showed it to our children, and they found it pleasant. I wouldn't say they found it funny. But when I first read it, I was entranced, I was intoxicated. I took the book, ran off into my little reading corner, and read the entire thing, just laughing myself silly. Personally, I've never read anything this surreal, almost since Foul Language to an extent. It's for me, it's better than Foul Language. Foul Language is not what I use in class when the kids are bad. It's when it's another comic strip that borders like this. It's very surreal and just interesting and weird, where no two panels are the same. It has more in common with The Far Side, or Rhymes with Orange. Something that's just so utterly surreal that you would almost rather see a collection of Are You Gonna Eat That? They Can Talk comics. You would rather see selections from They Can Talk comics every once in a while than see subpar comics every day. And I say comics, comic strips, cartoons, call them what you will. I'm old school, so when I would read things like this back when I was a kid, it was always in the newspaper, the cartoon strips. But now they're collected in graphic novels, or you can also check out They Can Talk Comics on Instagram, where Mr. Craig posts stuff regularly. I believe he's a storyboarder for the animation industry. But these cartoon strips, I'm going to go old school and call them cartoon strips, they're hilarious. They are just so funny. They're sublime because it asks the very simple question that we all have in our head. What if animals could talk and they had our characteristics? What would they say? And the results kind of speak for themselves. It's hilarious. It really is one of the funniest books that I've read in a long time, in at least a year. And it's not really a book, it's more just a collection of comic strips, cartoons that are hilarious. So follow him on Instagram or any of his other social profiles. Check out this book if you really want to laugh. Who's this going to be great for? Some high school kids are going to get it. When I was in, I hate to keep going back to The Far Side, but when I was in high school, The Far Side was running daily in the newspaper. I would get it and laugh hysterically. In my forever library behind the camera over there, I've got about 5 or 7 compendiums of The Far Side Gallery, the Calvin and Hobbes are back there too, just the classic comic strips. Classic cartoons, call them what you will. This one's going to go in there also because it's hilarious. My wife didn't enjoy it as much, but she doesn't like The Far Side as much as I do. Call it what you will. I call this hilarious. This is going to be go-to stuff for those who want some hilarious laughs that other people may not get. And that's not a pejorative, that's just the way it rolls. But I loved it. Are You Gonna Eat That? And you'll find it hilarious, I think.